Alabama next here on Fox 10 News at 5 p.m.
You're watching Fox 10 News at 5 p.m.
Good evening, everyone. I'm Bob Gritt.
And I'm Vanessa Centers. Thanks for watching Fox 10 News.
Chilling proof tonight of the terror caused by Hurricane Ivan.
We got our hands on some of the 911 calls from Santa Rosa County, Florida, one of the areas hardest hit by the storm.
Fox 10 News reporter Denise Herlica says many of those calls came after it was too dangerous for rescue workers to respond to them. Listen.
911, police, fire, ambulance.
I'm very scared. I'm in my house and the whole bottom floor is flooded.
Okay, ma'am, what you need to do is just get in the safest part of your house as possible, okay?
You're listening to the sound of fear. Folks trapped in the fury of Hurricane Ivan. They never imagined it would come to this.
We were so stupid. We stayed here and when they told us to evacuate, well, they didn't tell us to evacuate, but we weren't in a mandatory area, but they said it would be wise. And we have a two-story house, but our first story is about halfway underwater.
On the other end of the line is this man, Scott Markell. He and a dozen other dispatchers rode the storm at the Emergency Operations Center in Santa Rosa County. He describes the emotions of those who were trapped.
Terrified, absolutely terrified. People that didn't think they needed to leave and didn't think it was going to be this bad realized when it was too late that we couldn't come assist them at the time.
Folks were warned. Once hurricane-force winds made their way to Florida, emergency responders wouldn't be able to help. That didn't stop the calls from coming in. On an average night, this emergency center receives about 300 calls. But on the night Hurricane Ivan struck, these folks handled a whopping 2,000 calls. Some were more desperate than others.
There's a bad tree that's blocking Woodbine, and I was trying to get my 6-year-old son home, and it's all the way across the road, and my car smashed completely into it. I'm 6 months pregnant, and I'm bleeding, and he's only 6.
We felt, you know, helpless to be able to do anything for these folks, concerned. Some of my folks tried to follow up after the storm subsided somewhat to try to contact some of the folks that maybe still had some type of a phone service.
In the end, most folks survived the storm. They did it with a little help from these guys.
It's rewarding, very rewarding. Frustrating when you know you can't do anything right now, but it's very rewarding when you get that one or two that you know you really helped get through a hard time.
In Santa Rosa County, Florida, Denise Herlica, Fox 10 News.
What happened to all of those emergency calls that the emergency workers couldn't respond to? They were processed and put into a holding log, and when the conditions were safe enough, the emergency workers eventually responded to all of them.
A Robertsdale boy is dead tonight, another casualty of Hurricane Ivan. Peyton Charles Larimore Somerville died Sunday when he was hit by a tree limb at his great-grandparents' house in Pensacola. The family talked to Fox 10 News reporter Andrew Davis about the deadly accident.
This isn't supposed to happen to Peyton.
Jenny Somerville still can't believe 7-year-old Peyton is dead, hit in the head while helping his great-grandparents take down tree limbs.
It was broken. They pulled it out of the tree, and it didn't fall the way they wanted it to fall, and Peyton just didn't get out of the way in time.
Teachers at Robertsdale Elementary say they're deeply saddened by Peyton's death, just some of the many people touched by this little boy.
It doesn't matter if it's the people at Movie Gallery or Chevron, anywhere I go in town, they want to know what Peyton's doing today, where Peyton is.
His mother says Peyton always wanted to be one of the guys, a daredevil, a snake slayer, a happy little boy full of life, a boy who was always smiling.
There's not one thing most that I would miss. It's everything.
After days full of tears, the Somervilles feel today is the eye of the storm, the calm before emotions run freely again, Friday at Peyton's funeral. For now, his bike will be still, his swing empty. But Peyton will live on through pictures and in the hearts and minds of his parents and little sister.
I love them. I love them. And thank you for being a part of our lives for 7 years.
In Robertsdale, Andrew Davis, Fox 10 News.
Final arrangements are set for Peyton Larimore Somerville. Visitation will be tomorrow night from 6 to 8 at the Mack Funeral Home in Robertsdale. His funeral will also be at Mack. That will be Friday morning at 10, followed immediately by the burial service at Silver Hill Cemetery. In lieu of flowers, his His family is asking that you donate to a foundation set up under his name at any Regions Bank.
A similar tragedy occurred in Mobile County this week. A man was killed Tuesday when he was dealing with the fallen tree at his home on Dawes Lane. Jesse Harper was trying to untangle part of a tree that had gotten stuck on a power line. The part of the tree that he was working on came loose and struck him. He was taken to Providence Hospital where he died. Mitchell Rawls was Harper's friend. He told Fox 10 News that he wants other people to get help before taking on such an involved project by themselves.
I would say if they're cleaning up their own yards, they need to use, you know, a lot of caution in cutting limbs and especially falling trees, because you might think it's going to fall one way and it fall the opposite way. You need to really get an expert in there to topple big trees.
At least 8 people in Alabama have died in storm-related mishaps. An Ocean Springs, Mississippi man also died during a cleanup accident. Billy McLean died yesterday from injuries he sustained Saturday. He was hit in the head by a tree limb while he was cutting an oak tree at his home. As you've seen, cleanup can be a dangerous chore. Coming up on Fox 10 News at 5:30, Fox 10 News reporter Craig Smith takes a look at the dangers involved and what you can do to stay safe.
Baldwin County emergency management officials need you to help in the cleanup effort. When piling up debris, they want you to separate it into 2 piles. One for vegetation, like branches and leaves. The other should be for structure debris. That would include pieces of a fence, house, or even destroyed machinery. Also, be careful where you put the piles. Don't put it on top of water meters, near fire hydrants, or under power lines. And remember, be patient. It's going to take about 4 to 6 months to clean up all that debris. And one other important note, don't burn any of that debris. There is a fire alert in effect for most communities in our area. Officials say all their resources are set to help folks recover from the storm, not deal with wildfires.
That's right. We don't want to be a hindrance during this really important time, because we see it can be dangerous if you're out there trying to do it alone.
That's right. And we saw some clouds come into the picture today.
So let's find out how much longer we can count on this clear weather, because, John, it has been really convenient.
Yeah, the clear weather's out there, but the clouds are overhead. As far as rainfall is concerned, we're not getting any, but we are starting to get a strong southerly flow of wind, and that is why the National Weather Service has put out a flood watch in effect for southern Escambia County, Florida, the southern part of Baldwin County, and the coastal county of Mobile, all the way down towards Dauphin Island, Coden, and Viola Battery. There could be some flooding as well along the Mississippi coastline, but the best chance of flooding could occur over toward Bay St. Louis along Hancock County and over into Louisiana, all courtesy of an area right here that is, as I told you last night, the remnants of Ivan. Ivan came across Florida and has been meandering its way off to the west now. As it pushes off to the west, that's why we are getting clouds into the area. We do have high pressure up here in eastern Tennessee, and it's ridging down, but it's not ridging down far enough to keep the clouds off our coastal area. So with that area of low pressure that's off to the southeast of the mouth of the Mississippi, that is what is left of Ivan, and it is throwing clouds and some showers in across the coastal reaches of northwest Florida, Alabama, and Mississippi. The worst of the weather, we think, will occur in southern Louisiana and into the Texas coastline. Again, Ivan is sitting out there, and we're going to keep our eyes on it. It's not technically Ivan. It's the remnants of, but the hurricane hunters are flying through it. We're going to tell you how it's going to affect our weather overnight tonight and in toward the weekend. Again, a coastal flood watch. That means places like Dauphin Island that no longer have a dune line, that water will be flowing inland and pushing out over the roadways. More on our weather coming up. We'll track the systems for you in just a bit. Anissa?
Thank you, John Ed. As more and more power is restored, curfews are being lifted, but not all of them. At least 5 local communities are still under curfew tonight. Orange Beach has a curfew along Perdido Beach Boulevard from dusk until dawn. Folks in Loxley, you are under a curfew from 7 p.m. till 6 a.m. It's the same for Gulf Shores beachfront. Santa Rosa County is still under a curfew from midnight to 7 in the morning. Perdido Key, Pensacola Beach, and Okaloosa County, you are all still under a 7 p.m. to 7 a.m. curfew. More power is coming back on, but it's causing a slight traffic problem in Mobile. For the next few hours, McGregor between Old Shell and Dolphin Streets will be closed. Power crews are working to get the lights back on there.
The effects of Hurricane Ivan can be seen at schools throughout Alabama and Florida.
Schools in Escambia County, Florida may have been the hardest hit. In Mobile County, one of the hardest hit schools was Viger. We'll take you there to show you the damage and what's being done to have that school ready when it reconvenes next week.
Hurricane Ivan has left the Gulf Coast devastated.
most impressive part by far is the white caps on Highway 59.
Fox 10 News Storm Tracker will be here with updates as the recovery efforts begin in the area where you live.
All Mobile and Baldwin County public schools are closed today.
Depend on Fox 10 News Storm Tracker.
Attention Nationwide insurance customers. If you have damage from the storm, call your Nationwide agent or 1-800-421-3535. Again, that number is 1-800-421-3535.
Hey, all Killer Bees here for Treadwell Ford, where we've got over 500 brand new undamaged cars and trucks and incentives up to $10,500. Buy a new F-150 Super Cab STX as low as $17,988. Save up to $8,212. Or a new Explorer 4-door XLS starting at $17,988. Save up to $9,617. Buy now from a name you know, Treadwell. Treadwell Ford under the giant American flag.
Here comes Kevin, who just added DirecTV service to his Bell South Answers bundle. And look at him go. Now he can catch his favorite NFL games around the league with the DirecTV exclusive NFL Sunday ticket. You can't get that with cable. Call now to find out how to get 4 months of DirecTV's best programming package for free. Now, Kevin has over 125 all-digital quality channels with more sports, more movies, and more entertainment than ever. Plus, only Bell South can bundle DirecTV service with unlimited local and long-distance and Bell South Fast Access DSL service and save you over 20%. Order now and get free equipment and standard professional installation. Call 1-888-369-9791 or visit bellsouth.com/combine. With DirecTV service, Kevin's TV will never be the same. Bell South, listening, answering.
Attention Nationwide insurance customers. If you have damage from the storm, call your Nationwide agent or 1-800-421-3535. Again, that number is 1-800-421-3535.
An all-new OC special takes you on location with the cast. Yeah! With never-before-seen outtakes, the OC, A Day in the Life.
Thursday at 7 on Fox 10. You're watching Fox 10 News at 5 p.m.
Contractors are racing to get all of Mobile County's public schools ready to open on Monday. The deadline is especially challenging at some of the schools with the most damage. Fox 10 News reporter Renee Dials takes a look at the cleanup at Viger High School in Pritchard.
We have several crews out here today. I don't know how many total.
Viger Principal Leland Whidden says it's going to take a lot of work to clean up the damage Hurricane Ivan left at his school, but he is seeing progress.
See, we've already got new insulation. They've got new tile for the ceilings, and they should be in the back putting it up. This entire ceiling in here was damaged with water, and most of it had fallen when we came in here on the canned goods, and so all that was taken out, and now these contractors are putting us a new ceiling back in.
Whidden has workers in just about every area of the school. They're testing moisture content in classrooms where the ceiling tiles are still intact.
We have about 4 or 5 that are totally wet throughout the entire room.
While a lot of schools had damaged roofs, this problem is unique to Viger. Take a look at the original wooden ceiling. Now, workers actually have to cut through those wooden slats in order to get to the wet insulation. And this particular room had a lot of damage. When those ceiling tiles caved in, the school lost a lot of brand new equipment, including computers and monitors.
Assistant Principal William Smith says they also have to sort through hundreds of textbooks to see how many can be salvaged.
I don't know if you can salvage something like that. This is one of the new accounting books that we had stored in the brand new.
While there is still a lot to do, the principal says at least there are plenty of workers to get the school ready for students on Monday. In Pritchard, I'm Renee Dowles, Fox 10 News.
Principal Whidden says there will still be repair crews on campus when the students return to it. Damage from Ivan wasn't only structural, it was nutritional as well. The storm ruined thousands of pounds of food. Coming up on Fox 10 News at 5:30 p.m., Renee will take a look at how local schools are restocking their cafeterias.
Schools in Escambia County, Florida were hit even harder than those in Mobile and Baldwin counties. There are 74 schools in Escambia County. All of them were damaged. Here's a breakdown of the damage. 30 of them received major damage. Of those, 3 of them were destroyed, including Warrington Elementary. 19 of them received moderate damage. 25 received minor damage. Now, keep in mind, minor damage is defined as damage that will cost less than $150,000 to repair. Florida Governor Jeb Bush is expected to announce Monday when those schools will reopen. We've been talking a lot about how much Ivan hurt homeowners along the coast. Well, let's not forget about farmers and ranchers.
The light at the end of the tunnel turned out to be a freight train.
Alabama's agriculture commissioner says farmers were hoping this would be a banner year, but Ivan dealt them another painful blow.
And even the remnants of Ivan are out in the Gulf of Mexico right now, bringing rain showers up to the north. We have some light rain in Baldwin County. Heavier showers are south of Mobile County, Jackson County, Mississippi, and south of Biloxi. We'll track these storms for you coming up on Fox 10 News at 5 p.m.
In this time of rebuilding,
Very frustrating. It's aggravating. Our nerves are shot.
depend on Fox 10 News Storm Tracker. If it affects your day, we'll be watching Fox 10 News Storm Tracker.
Weekend warriors. They deserve a good meal. Like the new Surf and Turf Buffet at Golden Corral. Juicy, fresh-cut prime rib. Breaded jumbo shrimp. Hot and cold peel and eat shrimp. New battered giant shrimp. And sirloin steaks grilled to order. Plus made-from-scratch mashed potatoes. Yeast rolls. And all your other Golden Corral favorites. Friday and Saturday nights. Golden Corral. Everyone deserves a good meal.
Folks, the fine furniture at Home Place is in style, inexpensive, and in stock for immediate delivery. When you make a furniture purchase at Home Place, you can depend on the quality. You can depend on the best possible price, and you can depend on having your furniture when you want it. A $20 million inventory that's in style, inexpensive, and in stock to serve you. There's no place like Home Place.
When you need a little money to hold you over till your ship comes in, a loan from Quick Pawn Shop is fast and easy. When the stuffy old bankers won't loan you money, Quick Pawn Shop will.
Hey Fest 2004, a full weekend of music, fun, and family activities. October 1st, 2nd, and 3rd in downtown Mobile. Weekend passes are only $35.
It's on the go. It's all in a cup. It's their new line, On the Go.
OTG. Breakfast, lunch, or dinner, it's the meal that goes where you go.
It's the perfect thing to eat on the go.
Well, it's about having many things to do at one time, and you don't have time enough to stop and eat, so it all comes together, and you can eat it while you're going.
It's America. We've got things to do. We're on the go.
Any time of day, it's OTG time.
We're on the go! Big taste.
Several homeowners on Orange Beach still don't know whether they have a home to go back to. That's because roads east of the Ono Island Bridge are still too beat up to drive on. This is what the area in question looks like, and you can see where parts of the road were just washed out. There is limited access to many areas of Orange Beach, but the city says no homes or condominiums are livable right now.
We've been asking you for your digital pictures of hurricane damage, and you've really come through. We've put our latest e-pics on our website, fox10tv.com. You see some of those pictures there, the brand new ones from Navarre Beach. We also have some pictures in there of the Floribama and also many of Gulf Shores, plus links to hundreds of other pictures as well. If you want to see them, just go to our website, which is fox10tv.com. And we have also had a lot of requests for our aerial footage of hurricane damage across the coast. You've seen that half-hour-long clip. Well, now it's available to you at your convenience. Just go to the Fox 10 News website, fox10tv.com, click on the top story, and it'll take you to this. It's a link that will provide about a half hour of streaming video that starts there with an aerial view of the Dauphin Island Bridge. If you want to see the whole half-hour clip, again, go to our website, fox10tv.com.
I like the way it's there for your convenience because we, again, could not use up 30 minutes of news time to show that, but people do want to see it.
Right, and some people want to see the same scene over and over again because they may have property or know people who do.
Exactly. Yeah. Well, let's check with our chief meteorologist, John Ed Thompson, to see what's going on right now. No Ivans out there, right, John Ed?
Just Ivan's cousin or brother or sister or the remnants thereof in the Gulf of Mexico, and it really is out there in the Gulf of Mexico. Temperature-wise, we have a few clouds coming around the area. We have 82 in Destin, 83 in Crestview, 81 in Pensacola, 79 at NAS Pensacola. As you noticed, most of the stations are coming back online, so they're getting back to power and their instruments running. Brooklyn, 80 degrees right now, and in Mobile, it's 79 degrees now. In the southern part of Mobile, Baldwin County, and Escambia County, Florida, we currently have a coastal flood watch. Now, what that means is, with a very strong southerly flow of wind, we're going to get some flooding in those areas that used to have dunes, such as along Orange Beach and Gulf Shores and Dauphin Island. So even over here around Pensacola Beach, with that strong onshore flow, we're possibly going to get flooding overnight tonight. And some of the low-lying areas that already have water in them will get more water tonight, all because of a system that's down in the Gulf, and it is a little bit left of what was Ivan. Now, Ivan came across Florida as it tracked off down along that frontal boundary and then came into the Gulf waters. Right now, it's off to the east-southeast, or actually southeast of the mouth of the Mississippi River. I'll put it on there for you. It sits right there, and that's why we're going to get that onshore flow tonight. Possible flooding in our area, but the best chance of rain and flooding will be from coastal Mississippi back across coastal Louisiana and into Texas, and that's what's left of Ivan right now. It is not a tropical depression, but the hurricane hunters are investigating, and they will tell us what they think. Now, we've had two versions of what can happen. Can it get the same name Ivan again? Can it not? One time they said, no, it will not get the name Ivan, but now they're kind of wishy-washy on that, so we'll have to wait and see what they come up with. Some light showers right now in Baldwin County, heavier rain showers right here in a line that stretch from south of Gulf Shores and south of Mobile Bay, and those showers are going to push off to the northwest tonight. So if you're on Dauphin Island, if you're down here in the southern part of Mobile County, some of this rain could be yours in the next hour or so. Again, some onshore wind and some showers out there. Meanwhile, this is what we're looking at right there in the Gulf, what's left of Ivan. We also have a couple of systems to show you. Let me see if I can put it on here. Okay, we've got Jean right here. Jean has 100-mile-per-hour winds, and Jean, that's a hurricane, at 26.1 and 69.0 degrees west. Now, what's going to happen with Jean? That is the question. Well, it's looping right now, and whether it's going to loop all the way up toward the Carolinas or loop over here toward the northern part of Florida or Georgia, right now it is looping right in that area off to the northeast of the Bahamas. And behind Jean, we do have a very powerful storm named Carl. Carl has 105-mile-per-hour winds. Yesterday it was up at 120, but Carl is tracking straight up to the north. It's at 28.2 degrees north, 48.3 degrees west, and then Lisa down here with winds of 50 miles per hour at 13.7 north and 41.9 west. Again, Lisa, a tropical storm, a hurricane, no problem at all. And then Jean. We're going to keep our eyes on Jean because Jean could be affecting either Florida, Georgia, and if it comes straight off to the west, it could affect the Gulf of Mexico. We're keeping our eyes on all of those storms, Jean, Carl, Lisa, and what is left of Ivan sitting in the Gulf of Mexico but moving off to the west. That's the latest right now in the tropics. We'll look at the forecast overnight and into tomorrow coming up later on. Anissa?
Thank you, John Ed. Farmers in Alabama had been hoping this would be the year they bounced back. Ivan wiped that dream away. Ivan hurt farmers of all stripes, but he really did a number on pecan farmers. Alabama's Agriculture Commissioner Ron Sparks says Ivan just destroyed any hopes this would be a good year.
Especially the pecan growers, you know, Mobile and Baldwin County, that ranges from a $10 to $14 million industry. The pecan industry has basically been wiped out this year. But not only has it been wiped out this year because of the damage to the trees, it's probably been wiped out for the next couple of years.
Commissioner Sparks says it's important to remember that agriculture is Alabama's #1 industry. For example, the state's cotton crop was worth about $200 million. Now it's in shambles. There is something you can do to limit the amount of damage Ivan does to local ranchers and their livestock. We'll tell you what it is tonight at 9 p.m.
2 American construction workers are dead in Iraq.
Today, the family of one of them spoke out. And another local soldier has died in the fighting in Iraq. We'll tell you about him when Fox 10 News returns in 2 minutes.
A text message exchange between your daughter and a Jenny. Jenny, Steve said I have a big mouth.
Get out.
Yeah, I'm like, whatever, Steve.
I mean, hello.
I know, right?
It's so...
Whatever.
Seriously.
You know who's a big gossip? Amanda.
Teen conversations can be a waste of time, but they don't have to be a waste of money because you can text all month for one flat rate of $5.99 when you move to the Cellular South. Plans start at only $9.99 a month.
Here is an important announcement for Alpha Insurance policyholders.
Alpha has mobilized additional adjusters to provide you with the fastest possible claim service. If your home, car, or property suffered storm damage, please call or visit your Alpha Service Center as soon as possible. If you have notified us, please know that we are doing our best to take care of your claims as quickly as possible.
Like all moms, I've always got a lot of little things on my mind. So it's nice when I don't have to worry about some of the most important things. Like washing out the day's worth of recess and cooties, having toasty towels ready in half the time, or making sure my home is always warm and cozy. And natural gas is efficient, like I have to be. That's important, because my family is my life, and using natural gas makes my life happier. Mobile Gas, it's energy for life.
Who picked this place? I'm not sleeping on the floor. What's up, ladies? Dude, leave the door open. Look at you.
Guys, thick burgers, Hardee's. The Western Bacon Thick Burger with Angus beef, new at Hardee's.
Another local soldier has died in Iraq. Marine Sergeant Foster Harrington was also a volunteer firefighter with the Seven Hills Fire Department. That's where Fox 10 News reporter Kathy King is. She joins us now live by phone. Kathy?
Well, Bob, the American flag is flying at half-staff outside the fire station in memory of Foster Harrington, who had been a volunteer firefighter here since March 2003. His full-time job was with the Marines. He was a sergeant with the 3rd Force Reconnaissance Unit, which was responsible for gathering information about the enemy. And we have video of a picnic that was held in June right before the unit left Mobile. It then went to California for more training. In fact, Sergeant Harrington had only been in Iraq since the middle of August. He was on patrol Monday afternoon when he was fatally shot. Sergeant Harrington leaves behind his fiancée, Fran Poston, and her 2 young children. The couple last talked Sunday when Foster Harrington called for an update on the aftermath of Hurricane Ivan. He wanted to see if Fran and the children had had their power restored. I just finished talking with Fran, and as one would expect, the past 24 hours have been incredibly emotionally draining for her. But she did manage to speak very lovingly about Foster, and we will have that conversation for you coming up tonight at 9. In West Mobile, Kathy King, Fox 10 News.
Thank you, Kathy. 2 American construction workers are dead in Iraq. At least one of them was beheaded. A video played on Arab TV, Al Jazeera, showed the decapitation of a man identified as Eugene Armstrong. Earlier today, another body was identified in Iraq. It's been identified as that of Jack Hensley. His family is coming to grip with Hensley's death.
The world has lost some exceptional individuals who truly cared about other people's lives and cultures. We are at peace that they are with their Lord.
Today would have been Hensley's 49th birthday.
2 Israeli police officers are dead after a female suicide bomber set off a bomb at a bus stop in Jerusalem. At least 16 others were injured in the explosion. According to Israeli government officials, the Palestinian woman approached a hitchhiking post used by Israeli soldiers. When a police officer tried to stop her, she panicked and set the bomb off. A terrorist group linked to Yasser Arafat has taken responsibility for the attack. This was the first Palestinian suicide attack in Jerusalem in 7 months. 2 suspected al-Qaeda operatives have been arrested in Lebanon, including the man considered to be the top operative in that country. The men were arrested Friday. Security officials say the men had several plans, including packing a car with more than 600 pounds of explosives and driving it into the Italian embassy in Beirut. The officials say the men also planned assassinations of Western diplomats and attacks on U.S. troops in Iraq. 8 of their accomplices were also arrested.
Tons of food were lost in local schools because of Hurricane Ivan.
When we come back, we'll show you what one local school is doing to restock. And earlier in the show, we showed you just how dangerous cleaning up after a storm can be. After this break, we'll give you some tips that could help you becoming the next victim.
Well, you may have been outside today cleaning up, and you may have missed it now, but while you were sweating, fall arrived. Matter of fact, it began at 11:30 this morning. The leaves are coming down, not because of a storm, but the seasons are changing, and I've got your forecast. We'll track some temperatures for you next on Fox 10 News at 5:30 p.m.
Hi, I'm Greg LaRossa at Sandy Sanson Hyundai. Don't make a $6,000 mistake today. Come check out the savings on our 04 clearance sale. Santa Fe's for $224 a month, Sonatas for $206 a month. Lower prices, higher standards, and America's best warranty at Sandy Sanson Hyundai.
With security lights so affordable, maybe your old security system isn't. Intruders may get quite a surprise when old blue comes after. But install a security light at your home and they'll stay clear altogether. Leasing outdoor security lighting from your electric cooperative is hassle-free and affordable. The cost is simply added to your electric bill, and it may reduce your insurance costs. Let the security lighting experts at your local electric cooperative show you how to make your home safer, affordably, and effectively.
A bank is a bank is a bank, unless it's a bank with human interest.
You can start by setting up a trust for your daughter. It's my pleasure.
It's great to see you.
I'll be your banker.
If you need anything at all,
Just call me.
call me direct. Have a great day.
It takes a Whitney banker.
All right, folks, it's time for the biggest markdowns of the year during the final closeout on all brand new 04 Chevys at Bay Chevrolet. 04 Silverados from only $11,188. Colorados from $10,988. 04 Silverado Crew Cabs from $18,788. Fewer than 200 brand new 2004 Chevys left. The markdowns are incredible at Bay Chevrolet. We're on Government Boulevard, 1/2 mile east of Hank Aaron's Bay Bear Stadium.
Friends at Pawpaw's Campus City, we want to help all those who have just gone through Hurricane Ivan. We are actually lowering our prices on all RVs. We have travel trailers starting as low as $10,988 or $120 per month. We have a tremendous selection of used motorhomes and travel trailers. We're actually lowering prices on all of our inventory to help you. You can call us at 1-888-272-9729. 1-888-272-9729. We're here to help.
Hi, I'm Greg Ross at Sandy Sampson Hyundai. Check out the competition and dare to compare. Lower prices, higher standards, and America's best warranty. Deals like this on a remaining 04s. Accents for $129 a month, the launchers for $158 a month. That's the Hyundai Advantage, and that's Sandy Sampson Hyundai.
The Foxton News Storm Tracker has been tracking a few clouds into the area, and right now, as far as the winds are concerned, the winds in Mobile still are coming out of the east-northeast at 9 miles per hour. We have east-southeast winds at 10 in Pensacola. Pensacola's come in with a reading of 81 degrees. It's 79 in Mobile. The 79 feels like 81, and the 81 feels like 83. How warm did it get out there today? Well, in Crestview, we reached 85 degrees. Evergreen hit 84, 83 the high in Destin, and 85 was both of the readings in Mobile, at Brookley, and at the airport. NAS Pensacola came in at 80, and in Pensacola, the high was 81, which is the same temperature we have right now. Now, NAS has come down to 79. They're holding at 81 at the airport. Evergreen has 81, 83 in Crestview, and 82 in Destin. Right now, the temperature at the airport is 79 for Mobile, and at Brookley, that airport right on the bay has a temperature reading of 80 degrees. Now, we do have some showers on the Fox 10 News Storm Tracker. They're out into the Gulf waters now. A few light showers south of Orange Beach and Gulf Shores. Heavier rain showers well south of Dolphin Island out into the Gulf, and these are pushing off to the north and off to the northwest. Now, these showers could bring some showers, of course, along the coastal reaches of Baldwin County, Mobile County, Jackson, Harrison, and Hancock counties into Mississippi. So we could get some rain on shore, and thus the National Weather Service has issued a coastal flood watch in effect for the southern part of Mobile, Baldwin, and Escambia County, Florida, because of that strong southerly flow of wind all wrapping around a system that's down in the Gulf, and that system is what is left of Ivan. So that's what we're dealing with right now, that little system right about here that came across South Florida, and as it came across now, it has been creating winds coming off like so. It was sitting right there last night. It is now sitting right over here off to the south of the mouth of the Mississippi River. So we're going to keep our eyes on it for you. It does not have a name right now, but it is a little bit of an area we need to watch, and the hurricane hunters are flying through it. Now, looking ahead at the Foxton News Future Track, starting at 6 p.m. tonight, clouds overspreading the area up through Bay Minette and up to Leaksville and all through Pascagoula. So the clouds are going to be with us overnight tonight, and the clouds are going to continue to come on shore at 9 o'clock tonight, and maybe a sprinkle or two could come on shore with those clouds, pushing some rain up toward the Hattiesburg area and off to the west of Mobile. And then as we roll through tomorrow, by late in the day, we'll start partly cloudy, but at the end of the day, actually we're going to start cloudy, and at the end of the day, the showers should be decreasing. Now, the best chance of rain is coming tonight and into the morning hours, and as you see by 6 p.m. tomorrow night, we're going to call it partly cloudy. But here's the forecast tonight. East winds at 12 to 18 miles per hour. Cloudy and a few showers. That's the way it's going to be overnight tonight. A low inland of 63 degrees and along the coastline about 70 degrees the nighttime low. Highs tomorrow along the coast 85. Only a 2-degree swing there from 85 to 87. Inland highs of 87. We'll have east to southeast winds tomorrow at 10 to 20 miles per hour. Now here's a look at our next 7 days on the Fox 10 News 7-day outlook. And we're looking at temperatures of 86 for the high tomorrow, 89 on Friday, 88 over the weekend, Saturday and Sunday. Lows will stay in the 60s for the entire period. That is your forecast here on Fox 10 News at 5:30 p.m.
You're watching Fox 10 News at 5:30 p.m.
If it's powerful enough to slice through wood like this, imagine what it could do to you. Cleanup after Ivan can be more dangerous than the storm itself.
These boxes are full of precious cargo. They're being dropped off across Mobile County. What's inside will keep your kids going once they get back to class next week.
You're in a hurry to get that debris out of your yard, so you fire up the chainsaw even though you haven't used one ever before. Well, as Craig Smith reports, even though the storm is over, the cleanup brings a fresh crop of hazards.
Here is your formula for household disaster: a roof, a ladder, and several tons of trees. The lucky homeowner who survived this close call wasn't around it, but with so much work to be done, there are plenty of chances for trouble. A lot of amateurs are out there with chainsaws.
I'm not going to reach up here and cut a piece of this tree off that I know is going to fall down on my head. See what I'm saying?
Gene Browning says he's no amateur. He used to cut trees for the power company.
You got to look and see which way the lean is. The weight is going to pull it over, and you have to also consider the wind. Have to watch the wind.
Safety experts would rather see you use a lot more safety gear when you use a chainsaw, like heavier clothes, gloves, and eye protection. It's a good idea to use the buddy system.
You can be looking out, watching what's happening while you're cutting, because your attention is going to be on the cut itself. But also, again, if anything does happen, you'll have somebody there to call for help.
You see plenty of people around town working with things on their feet that are barely more substantial than flip-flops. This is the sort of thing you need. Big, substantial boots with thick soles to protect your feet from nails and other sharp objects, and substantial tops to protect you from things falling on them. You'll see plenty of professionals and non-professionals patching up roofs. There is plenty of potential for falls from slick plastic tarps or a gust of wind. Generators. People who have them love them. But you have to be careful not to cut or pinch the extension cords or let the connections get wet. You can connect some generators to your regular house wiring, but that's a job for an electrician. Hooking up wrong can give you a deadly shock. And it's important to keep the generator out of your house. Even in a garage, a generator can send a fatal dose of carbon monoxide into your home. Craig Smith, Fox 10 News.
Here are some points to remember for a safe storm cleanup. To avoid kickback when a chainsaw is going in, when you bind up for a cut, you don't need to cut with the tip of the saw. Hold the saw with both hands and don't cut above your chest level. And to keep a generator from sending carbon monoxide into your home, keep it outside your home or a garage and away from air intakes that lead to your home. Now, to help cover that damaged roof, Mobile County Emergency Management handed out free tarps today. The county handed out hundreds of blue tarps at the Mobile Greyhound Park on Old Pascagoula Road. Safety experts warn you need to be careful anytime you go up on your roof, especially on windy days when something like a tarp could easily pull you down. The county plans to give out more of these tarps tomorrow. Officials are still deciding the best place to distribute them.
Food deliveries have started at some public schools in Mobile County. All of the schools lost food as a result of Hurricane Ivan. Fox 10 News reporter Renee Dial shows us the cupboards and freezers are no longer bare at Palmer Pillins Middle School.
This is a welcome sight here at Palmer Pillins Middle School on Dauphin Island Parkway. This is the Merchant's food truck, and the driver here is bringing in some food to replace all of the food that was destroyed during Hurricane Ivan. Now, the driver has been a very busy man today. Now, tell me, how much are you delivering here?
About 600 cases.
And you've got other stuff?
I got 2 more schools, and it's late in the afternoon, and I'm trying to get home.
Well, we're going to let Matthew get on with his job, and we're going to head over here and talk to the cafeteria manager because I know she's got to be glad to see this guy here. Now, Joanne Nelson, tell me, what kind of shape does this put you in for the start of school on Monday?
We're pretty much ready to go. The food that we have coming in now is food that we had ordered. I had ordered for the next 2 weeks, so by this food coming in today, we're pretty much ready to go. Everything is ready.
This is the cafeteria. It's clean and pretty much ready to go. Now, Ms. Nelson says she lost 2 freezers and a cooler during Hurricane Ivan. The food that's being brought in today will replenish these coolers that was once empty. Now, keep in mind, this process is being repeated at 100 schools throughout the county. So hopefully, they'll all be ready when classes resume on Monday. In Mobile, I'm Renee Dowd, Fox 10 News.
Principal says the kids will have pizza on Monday. There are at least 5 schools restocked with food today. Cooking, cleaning, drinking. We use water for all sorts of things, but up until last week, most of us took it for granted.
Coming up, a simple test like this could keep you from getting sick. It's something you may have to do to make sure your water is safe.
Hurricane Ivan has left its mark on the Gulf Coast.
Most impressive part by far is the white caps on Highway 59.
As our community rebuilds, Fox 10 News Storm Tracker will continue to bring you the most current information.
We're going to give you some information to help you recover from Ivan.
Depend on Fox 10 News Storm Tracker.
Faster than a decongestant, more powerful than a stuffy nose. It's Breathe Right nasal strips. Come on, honey. My allergies keep me up every night. How's this going to help?
The same way it helps my snoring every night.
Until you try for yourself, it's hard to believe the instant nasal congestion relief that comes from Breathe Right strips. Nasal congestion limits airflow, but Breathe Right's patented reflex action gently lifts open nasal passages to help you get more air. Breathe better, sleep better with Breathe Right. Original tan or clear for sensitive skin.
Here is an important announcement for Alpha Insurance policyholders.
Alpha has mobilized additional adjusters to provide you with the fastest possible claim service. If your home, car, or property suffered storm damage, please call or visit your Alpha Service Center as soon as possible. If you have notified us, please know that we are doing our best to take care of your claims as quickly as possible.
Weekend warriors. They deserve a good meal. Like the new Surf and Turf Buffet at Golden Corral. Juicy, fresh-cut prime rib. Breaded jumbo shrimp. Hot and cold peel and eat shrimp. New battered giant shrimp. And sirloin steaks grilled to order. Plus made from scratch mashed potatoes. Yeast rolls. And all your other Golden Corral favorites. Friday and Saturday nights. Golden Corral. Everyone deserves a good meal.
The good news. The Honda Pilot, the CR-V, and the Element are each a leader in their class for fuel efficiency. More good news. There are some incredible deals to be made on all remaining 2004 models. Now here's the bad news. It seems the good news is working and supplies are limited, so don't wait too long to take advantage of the, good news. Now lease an 8-passenger 2004 Honda Pilot EX for $259 a month for 36 months.
Streaming video of Hurricane Ivan aftermath on FoxTV10.com is brought to you in part by Thompson Computer Services, providing computer and network support for the Gulf Coast.
What kind of health risk do you and your family face just by drinking the water in your home? Thousands are boiling water and waiting to hear about the condition of their wells. Fox 10's Bill Murray reports.
No one's given Deborah Bivac a green light. The water's okay. So she's using bottled water to brush her teeth, boiling it to cook, and stockpiling it in the fridge.
I'm sure there's some contamination, of course, being underwater and it being a well, septic system.
Water is one of those things we take for granted until we need it. Ivan, a perfect example of that, and now we're concerned about safety. Which one of these would you drink? Look at this. This one's actually iced tea. But what about what we got right here? One came from a bottle, one came from a possible contaminated well. The question is, by looking at it, would you know which one is safe to drink? The answer is no. In Baldwin County, the health department is passing out test kits for well water.
There's a lot of papers in here. Okay.
Tracy Morgan lives on the Florida-Alabama border.
Basically, you just turn on the water and let it run for 3 minutes.
She drove half an hour to get a test kit. She's worried about what she can't see and can't taste.
Could have been things that backed up in it, so I'm worried about hepatitis and cholera and all those kind of things that just might be hiding in there you can't see.
With so much cleanup ahead, Tracy can't afford to get sick and hopes her well gets a seal of approval soon. In Seminole, Bill Murray, Fox 10 News.
And you can get these kits at the Baldwin County Health Department.
Now, we're going to show you exactly how this is done. Bob's going to play Vanna while I kind of just talk you through it. Just open up the kit, take out the bottle. It's sealed, so you're going to have to unseal it, open it up. Don't mess with the little granules in there. They need to be in there. Remember, run your water for at least 3 minutes. And then just fill it up. You don't have to fill it up all the way, I don't think,
right.
but just put enough water in there for a sample. Put it back in, close it up. This is the key part. There's a time limit. You don't want the water to be sitting around too long because that will mess up the testing. So you need to get it back to the health department as soon as possible. So let's say you don't want it to be out for more than an hour. As soon as you test it, as soon as you get the water in there, close it up, and take it to the health department. They'll ship it out.
That's all you need to do.
All right. Good job, Vanna.
Thank you.
All right. Well, it's time for you to help police put a suspect behind bars.
Coming up tonight's Fox 10 News fugitive file suspect is accused of opening fire on this teenager. All it'll take is a phone call from you to bring him in for questioning.
Now let's go. I got one, want one, gotta get one, gotta have one. You gotta eat. Check it. Where'd you get it? Let me have it. Gotta get it. Now you got it. Yeah. You gotta eat. Check it. Well, you're right. Cool, you got that.
You'll do a double take, because double Unbeliever burgers are now just 2 for $3. Cheese double cheese, double mushroom Swiss, and double bacon cheddar. 2 for $3 at Checkers.
Yeah. Give me that. You gotta eat.
Hey, all Killer Bees here for Treadwell Ford. Got over 500 brand new, undamaged cars and trucks and incentives up to $10,500. Buy a new Mustang Coupe with automatic transmission as low as $12,988. Save up to $7,277. Or new 6-passenger Taurus LX starting at $12,988. Save up to $8,102. Buy now from a name you know, Treadwell. Treadwell Ford under the giant American flag.
In Alabama, there's family time, and then there's family time well spent. Moments that turn into memories instead of afterthoughts. Conversations that are more meaningful than deciding what movie to rent. Discover hunting in Alabama. Chances are you'll get in touch with a lot more than just nature. To get started, visit OutdoorAlabama.com. Outdoor Alabama. Share the wonder.
And pick it, and dip it, and pop it. Oh, yeah, that's good. And pick it, and dip it, and pop it. Switch it up, and pick it, and dip it, and pop it. Feel the burn, people, and pick it, and dip it.
What the? Never-ending popcorn shrimp at IHOP.
Get ready for never-ending popcorn shrimp. Golden fried shrimp, French fries, and a choice of 2 tangy sauces. Keep them coming as long as you like for just $7.99. But hurry, the shrimp may be endless, but this deal won't last forever.
And pop it.
IHOP. Come hungry, leave happy.
And we're going to check in one more time with Chief Meteorologist John Ed Thompson.
John Ed, what do you have for us?
Well, even the National Weather Service couldn't make up its mind as we talked to them yesterday. They said, will it be Ivan? Will it not be Ivan as it enters the Gulf of Mexico and possibly reforms? Well, they're going to keep the name Ivan. This is that system that came down the coast and then came across Florida and is now sitting out here off to the south of New Orleans in the Gulf waters. So we're looking at this system right here, and it is beginning to show a bit of circulation. It is not, I repeat, it is not a tropical storm, but we're going to call it Ivan. Arose by any other name. Let me show you what we've got out here. Off to the south of New Orleans in the Gulf of Mexico, the hurricane hunters have been investigating and flying through it all throughout the day. It's about 180 miles south of New Orleans, Louisiana at 26.9 degrees north, 89.3 degrees west. Sustained winds of 35 miles per hour. If it gets up to 39 miles per hour, it will be a storm and not a depression. The pressure is 1,008 millibars, 29.77 inches of mercury. Its movement is to the west-northwest at 14 miles per hour. So it's tracking off in a motion like so. So what's going to happen with this depression named Ivan? Well, it's going to track off like so, possibly making landfall again over here toward Lake Charles are on past and down toward Corpus Christi. Here's the Houston area right there. So as we track it through time, here it is after midnight tonight, Thursday 1 a.m., Thursday 1 o'clock in the afternoon tomorrow. If it makes a turn to the north, it'll make landfall just afternoon tomorrow along the Louisiana coastline. But if it continues staying out into the water, it'll take into the Thursday night and Friday morning, and then it'll be becoming a big rainstorm in eastern Texas. And they've had that before, and they're going to, look like, get it again. Again, we have Ivan out there as a tropical depression with winds of 35 miles per hour. What does that mean to us? Well, it means to us we're going to have a southeasterly flow of wind overnight tonight and tomorrow, and that's why we have a coastal flood watch in effect for southern Baldwin County and southern Mobile County, as well as the coastal counties of Mississippi. Again, this is the latest on Tropical Depression Ivan. Coming back, we'll look at our 7-day forecast here on Fox 10 News. Bob?
Fox 10 News Fugitive Files is back on the job this week, asking for your help to track down another suspect. This week, we're looking for Derek Parker, accused of wounding a teenage girl who was arguing with his wife. Police say the crime we're talking about this week happened here at the Pleasant Valley Court Apartments on Pleasant Valley Road. They say our suspect, Parker, got out of his car, brandished a shotgun, and opened fire.
But the female victim, who Parker's wife had been involved in the altercation with, was struck 2 times, once in the left arm and then once in the right side of her head.
The victim was 17-year-old Elaine Singleton. I talked with her today.
We was fighting right here. Next thing you know, I got grazed by a bullet. And when I walked over that way, I just fell.
Parker is 30 years old, 5'10", weighs 165 pounds. If you know where to find him, call Mobile Police tonight at 251-208-7211. Tell the police operator you saw him on Fox 10 News Fugitive Files. Read more about him on fox10tv.com. Here's one more thing to remember about Parker. He might be seen in Mobile or Pritchard, perhaps in the Navco Road area. Take him off the streets tonight. Anissa?
Thanks, Bob. Now, just a few minutes ago, Bob and I showed you how to use these testing kits to see if your water had been contaminated. Some of you wanted to know when those kits will be back. The estimation is anywhere from 24 to 48 hours. You should get your results. Thousands of people have lost a lot because of Hurricane Ivan. Coming up, we'll tell you how you can help. And the Mobile County Animal Shelter is having trouble finding the owners of some of these little guys. So go ahead and grab a pen and paper. You may need it to help find a lost pet.
Attention Nationwide insurance customers. If you have damage from the storm, call your Nationwide agent or 1-800-421-3535. Again, that number is 1-800-421-3535.
Here comes Kevin, who just added DirecTV service to his Bell South Answers bundle. And look at him go. Now he can catch his favorite NFL games around the league with the DirecTV exclusive NFL Sunday ticket. You can't get that with cable. Call now to find out how to get 4 months of DirecTV's best programming package for free. Now, Kevin has over 125 all-digital quality channels with more sports, more movies, and more entertainment than ever. Plus, only Bell South can bundle DirecTV service with unlimited local and long-distance and Bell South Fast Access DSL service and save you over 20%. Order now and get free equipment and standard professional installation. Call 1-888-369-9791 or visit bellsouth.com/combine. With DirecTV service, Kevin's TV will never be the same. Bell South, listening, answering.
Every day, my creations have to meet the highest expectations. Mine. A saute, simmer, braise, or boil. They all require a precise touch. And that control comes only with natural gas. It's what I prefer professionally or when serving Henry's Party of 4. Cooking is my life. And using natural gas makes my life easier. You can really taste the difference. Mobile Gas is energy for life.
Attention Nationwide insurance customers. If you have damage from the storm, call your Nationwide agent or 1-800-421-3535. Again, that number is 1-800-421-3535.
Animal Control has been busy rounding up animals lost or left behind during Hurricane Ivan. Both Mobile and Baldwin County animal shelters have been trying to reunite lost animals with their owners, but it's very difficult. Right now, the Mobile County Animal Shelter has more than 50 animals. Before the storm, it had about 15.
We have like 55 this morning, but we've been making calls, animals that do have the ID tags on. We're making calls, finding the owner, and they're coming in to reclaim.
But only a few of the animals have tags. If you've lost an animal, you may want to go to the shelters to see if you can find your pet. Baldwin County Humane Society is just as busy. The shelters are getting full, so in some cases, folks who find animals are being asked to house them until the owner can be found. If you've lost a pet or you found one, call Animal Control in your area. For folks in Mobile County, the number is 574-3647. Baldwin County, the number is 928-4585, extension 25. While Hurricane Ivan caused the most damage on land, it took a major toll on local boat owners. In some occasions, it was the boats that caused the damage to people's homes. This was the scene on Dauphin Island Tuesday. Dauphin Island resident Joe Horn told Fox 10 News about a new addition he never wanted.
The boat was not tied up that well, and I told my wife, I said, that boat's going to cause us some problems before it's over with. First news they showed at Dauphin Island was this boat sitting there, and I said, Annie, look, that's our house, and we got to see to it.
Arena owners say it could be months before they can reopen.
Thousands of people did lose everything when Hurricane Ivan rolled through our area. That's why we here at Fox 10 have been collecting items for Ivan's victims. Many of you have been responding to our call for help. In fact, some stuck around to help us after dropping off their donations. Julie Anderson stayed at the station to help organize donations and load the trucks. She said she was inspired to help by all the devastation she saw.
It's horrible. I can't believe it. We were in Hattiesburg for Hurricane Frederick. This is just horrible. My heart goes out to all the people that have lost everything.
We appreciate all the people like her who've helped. Now, if you'd still like to help out, we still need non-perishable food items like canned food and bottled water. Now, we really need a lot of that. And we also need lots of baby items, you know, things like diapers, baby bottles, baby wipes, baby cleaning supplies, and also like baby clothes like onesies. And also we need new unopened packages of underwear for men, women, children. Now, if you have anything you're willing to part with, just bring it by the Fox 10 studio, located at 1501 Satchel Paige Drive. That's right across from Hank Aaron Stadium. And again, we really appreciate all your help.
We'll take a look at a couple of stories you'll see tonight on Fox 10 News at 5:30.
And Fox 10 News Chief Meteorologist Johnny Thompson will have the latest look at the forecast.
Weekend warriors. They deserve a good meal. Like the new surf and turf buffet at Golden Corral. Juicy fresh cut prime rib. Breaded jumbo shrimp. Hot and cold peel and eat shrimp. New battered giant shrimp. And sirloin steaks grilled to order. Plus made from scratch mashed potatoes. Yeast rolls. And all your other Golden Corral favorites. Friday and Saturday nights. Golden Corral. Everyone deserves a good meal.
A cell phone conversation between your daughter and Jenny. Jenny, did you hear about Steve?
No. What?
He asked Amanda out.
No way.
Way.
No way.
Way.
Whoa.
I know.
No way.
Way.
Teen conversations can be a waste of time, but they don't have to be a waste of minutes, because you can talk all month for one flat rate of $39.99. When you move to the Cellular South, you can also text all month for just $5.99 more.
A bank is a bank is a bank, unless it's a bank with human interest.
You can start by setting up a trust for your daughter.
It's my pleasure.
It's great to see you.
I'll be your banker.
If you need anything at all,
Just call me.
Call me direct.
have a great day.
It takes a Whitney banker.
Chevy Impala, a responsive performer that never forgets it's a midsize sedan. And now, get $5,000 total cash back on a 2004 Impala with GMAC financing. Or get 0% APR financing plus $1,500 bonus cash on Impala with GMAC financing. Chevy Impala. Turn the key. Start a revolution. See your Gulf Coast Chevy dealer today.
Alligator hunters are resting easy tonight in Baldwin County.
That's because they caught their man, so to speak. Chucky the alligator is back home in the Gulf Coast Zoo.
Tonight on Fox 10 News, we'll show you how the hunters found themselves face to face with Chucky in the wild. Wouldn't want to do that.
No, we've been talking about Ivan. It is back to a tropical depression. It has returned to the Gulf of Mexico. I know that sounds ridiculous, but it is out there, and it is bringing rain, of course, to the southern part of Baldwin County and Mobile County. The showers are moving up from the Gulf and pushing off to the northwest. So in Pascagoula, you could be wet shortly. So could Biloxi and Gulfport. We're watching what is left of Ivan, now a tropical depression. We're also looking at our forecast over the next 7 days. A high tomorrow of 86 degrees. Lows will be in the 60s. Highs will be in the 80s, not back in the 90s because fall began today at 11:30 a.m.
Thank goodness, too.
And it's still hot as the dickens, though.
Yeah. Okay. We'll be back, of course, to update the autumn forecast and a look at Ivan tonight.
All right. Thanks, John Ed.
We'll see you at 9 p.m.